Hello, it's Dawn Michelle, and I'm back for week 2 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot 2019. So this week I will be doing prompts 6 through 12. So we're going to start with the deck you finally crossed off your wish list in 2018, and for me, I actually have 2 of them. So the first one I mentioned in my last week's video, and is the Victorian Romantic. And this was a deck that spent quite a while on my wish list, and I just went back and forth about it. I wasn't really sure if it was going to work for me, if it was going to resonate, and I finally just went ahead and bit the bullet and did it, and I'm really glad that I did because I do absolutely love it, and I'm super excited to have it in my collection now. And the second deck that I want to show you is the one that has been on my wish list for a really long time, and that is the Johannes Tarot. And this one is out of print. I just was lucky enough, happened to come across it in a Facebook group. It's been on my wish list forever, and I was super excited to finally be able to get a hold of it. I love the images, I love the color palette. I think it's just an absolutely gorgeous deck. It is in Gaelic, so I do have a little cheat sheet. It's not a deck that I read with often, but it's kind of more of a collector's deck for me, I suppose. Although I do read with it on occasion because I do really like the way it reads, and I just think the images are gorgeous. So there you have it, my 2 decks, because I cheated, that I crossed off my wish list in 2018. Prompt number 7 is your most worked with tarot deck in 2018 and why. And for me, it would be the Anna K, which was actually kind of a surprise. This deck reads really beautifully for me, and it's a very grounded and earthy deck. But I tell you, what I really fell in love with in this deck are the faces. That's really not a great example. For the most part though, I love their little faces. They are so expressive. There are a few of them that are just kind of a little bit wonky. But overall, and this, like, the perspective on this is a little odd. Love this 10 of Swords. There's my stalker card. I really love working with this deck. It's very clear, it's very grounded, it's very earthy, and I just feel that it gives really succinct and really balanced readings. So this was the deck that I surprisingly actually ended up using the most in 2018 for my own readings. And it is a gorgeous deck. I love it. And it would just not be complete if I didn't mention my little Llewellyn, because this deck I use all the time, and it will probably be my most used deck of every year because it's my comfort deck. And if you saw my foundational video, I mentioned it in there as well. But it's just one of those decks that I love it. It goes places with me, it hangs out with me, we're friends. It's my little comfort deck, so had to mention that one because that one is always in my most used list. Prompt number 8 is the 5 tarot decks on your wish list right now. And for me, I actually only have 3. One is an indie deck, which is the Lily White Tarot. The other 2 are out of print decks, which is the 1986 Mythic Tarot and the Tarot of Transformation. Prompt number 9 is your tarot goals for 2019. I have 3 main goals in 2019. My first goal is to work with tarot more for healing. I do a lot of work with tarot for personal growth, but I'd like to transition more into healing in 2019. I plan on diving deep into my current tarot decks and to rein in my deck purchases. So prompt number 10 is the tarot decks you want to work with more in 2019. I have quite a few of them that I would like to work with in 2019, but some of my top ones would be the Victorian Romantic, which we've seen in a couple of my videos now. It's a fairly new deck, so I'm looking forward to diving into that one in 2019. I am looking to dive deeper into the Margaret Peterson Tarot, which is not a new deck for me, but one that I haven't really done the deep work with yet that I'd really like to do. I will also be working with the Sassorabito Tarot this year, and to start the year off with, I am currently working with the Tarot of the She. And prompt number 11 is the Oracle decks you want to work with more in 2019. And in 2019, I'll be working more with the Empathetic Oracle as well as the Shamanic Healing Oracle, both of which are fairly new to me from 2018, so I'm looking forward to diving deep into those. And I will also be working with the Spirit of the Animals Oracle, which this one will be kind of my focus oracle for 2019, that I intend to work with the different animal energies all year long. So prompt number 12 was, have you ever dealt with imposter syndrome in your tarot practice? And the only thing that I could really think of was that sometimes when you read for family or friends or people that you know really well, sometimes it's really tempting to just give them the advice that you think that they need to hear rather than giving them the advice of what's showing up on the cards. So that's really the only thing I could think of for that. So that is my answer for number 12. So there you have the week 2 of the 31 days of tarot. So I will be back next week, next Friday, with another set of tarot prompts, and I look forward to seeing you then.